Hey guys, what's going on? For those of you who know me, you know that I love meat. So all I ever eat are steaks and Chinese cha shao and more steaks, and then I go out for some Korean barbecue, then come back for some more steaks. When I go to a Chinese restaurant, I want to make sure that all my dishes have meat in them. Otherwise, I feel like, why am I paying so much money for you to cook some vegetables for me? Okay, I know that's a little extreme and a lot of you won't agree with that, but that's just my thought process. Because I'm from northern China, most dishes that we cook, they all have some sorts of meat. And they'll have vegetables in there too, but there's usually always a meat element. So like green beans and fatty pork, or green pepper stir-fried with slices of lamb. It wasn't until I came to New York, where all these Cantonese restaurants are, that I actually started eating meals with dishes that are just vegetables. I mean, I love dishes like tomatoes and eggs and stir-fried potatoes, but those aren't really like leafy green vegetables. I mean, those have a lot of flavor infused into them, and the green leafy vegetables like the Cantonese love to cook, they have a lot of natural flavor, so not a lot of seasoning. So those dishes are really meant to highlight the actual vegetables. And whenever we go out and eat as a group, there's always somebody at my table that wants to get like a plate of just stir-fried vegetables, green vegetables. And I always object to that, because usually those things aren't cheap. They're like $12, $13, and all you get is a simple plate of leafy greens, which to me never really have much flavor. But you know what, guys? I'm slowly coming around, not completely around, but I'm inching closer to kind of liking these kind of dishes, mainly because a lot of people wrote in the comments that they want to see more vegetarian dishes, Chinese vegetarian dishes. So I started to cook some simple Chinese vegetarian dishes, and I found that I really like them. Maybe it's because I cooked them and I felt like a sense of accomplishment, or it could be the fact that instead of $13, you know, I just paid $2 and I cooked them myself, so that saved me a lot of money, and savings taste good. But in any case, I'm going to show you guys a super simple vegetarian Chinese dish called chao dou miao, or suan rong chao dou miao. English, it's pea shoots, or garlic stir-fried pea shoots. This dish is probably one of the priciest vegetarian dishes you'll get at any Cantonese restaurant, but you can make it at home for like $2. I'm going to show you how to do it. Like I said, this dish is super simple. It can't get any simpler. It's like the easiest dish I've ever made in my life. Except for that tomatoes and sugar thing. That was pretty easy, just sugar and tomatoes. Basically all you need is some pea shoots. Check it out, you got the leafy part and you got the stem. All of this is edible. A lot of this dish's tastiness depend on how fresh these things are. So there's an easy way to tell. You can actually try to snap it. If it goes like this, it's old. That means it's probably been in the fridge a long time and this is not very fresh. If it kind of snaps, breaks off, that means this is really fresh, and that's a really good fresh veggie you got on your hands. But since I got these at the New York supermarkets, they're not that fresh and there's nothing I really can do about that. But of course, you want to use the freshest pea shoots you can get. These things kind of taste like spinach and broccoli rabe, and these are really awesome because they also contain slightly flavor of peas, not peace. You know, just wanted to make that clear. So of course you gotta wash these, especially when they're coming from a Chinese supermarket. Okay, you don't want to just put these into the pot and start cooking. You need to kind of pick at it. So get rid of any leaves that are like really old and nasty, and get rid of these little spirally things here, because they're not going to be very chewable. This is about 1 pound of pea shoots, and make sure you keep the stem on because there's a lot of good flavors in the stem. You set that aside for now. Next, what you need to do is make sure you have a wok, or I don't know, maybe a pan that's pretty big, because these things, when they go in there, I mean, they're giants. Before they actually cook, they take up a lot of room. So you need to have room to stir fry it. So you need a big pan. For the ingredients, this is really all you need. I have here a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of chicken bouillon thing, yeah. And then all you really need is 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Make sure you use vegetable oil, because the key to cooking this dish is to get the wok or the pan as hot as possible, and vegetable oil really heats up pretty hot. And finally, what you need is some garlic. And here's the thing about garlic. I like to use a lot of garlic in this dish. I like to actually eat the little pieces of garlic. I'm a garlic maniac. So if you don't like garlic that much, you know, don't use that much. Maybe use like 3 to 5 cloves, but I'm gonna use like 12 cloves because I love garlic. Also, I really don't have a lot of friends, so I don't need to worry about, you know, breathing garlic on people. Maybe that's why I don't have many friends. But you know what? Choose garlic over your friends. Okay, I was just kidding. You should never choose garlic over your friends. Come on, that's insane. You shouldn't do that all the time. Also guys, today I'm gonna show you a really awesome way to peel garlic, like the most awesome way ever. I'm gonna use this, but you can use like anything that's sealed so garlic don't go flying everywhere. So I'm gonna use 2 little cups that I have. You can use a jar, a closed container, whatever. It just needs to have a hard surface. Take the garlic, plop it in. Okay. I don't drink, so I never get a chance to like do what bartenders do where they shake the drink, so this is really cool for me. So I'm gonna close this and make sure like nothing gets out because things might fly out. And all I'm gonna do is start shaking it, like shaking the heck out of it. The left side, the right side, down under. Just shake it as hard as you can. Oh, the garlic peels are flying everywhere. Oh, this is like a workout. You know what? I'm tired. See, that's the great thing about this dish. You cook and you get a nice workout at the same time. So that's awesome. I get nutrition and I get a nice little workout here. Here you go. See that? All the garlic has magically been peeled. Check that out. That's like the coolest thing ever. Yo, I'm literally sweating from that little garlic workout I just had. This will now be called the garlic shake. That should actually be a legit workout video. I'm really sweating right now. So anyway, I'm gonna use about 10 cloves in this stir fry right here. All right, so you take your garlic and you dice it up. Don't mash it. This way there's actually pieces of garlic in there that you can actually eat and it tastes really good. Like I said, I love a lot of garlic in my pea shoots. If you don't want a lot of garlic, don't add that much garlic. Some of you might feel a lot of garlic's gonna cover up the natural taste of the pea shoots. I think it enhances it. So personal preference, do what you want. Turn the heat on high, make sure the pan is as hot as it can get. Then pour in your 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Swish it around. Now what we're gonna do is you're gonna toss in your garlic. Just let that cook for about 15-20 seconds. Oh, this smells so good. I love the smell of stir-fried garlic. Now all you gotta do is add in your pea shoots. Woo! Oh, that smells good. Also guys, make sure you get 2 stir-fry thingies because this is going to be really hard to stir fry. So you want to mix your garlic around before it burns at the bottom of your pan. So get 2 of these things, kind of like tossing a salad. So this way, like all the leaves touch the bottom, it touches the oil, it touches the garlic. So you get a lot of that nice garlic flavor in here. And this is the key to cooking pea shoots. You see how the color is already changing to like a bright green? You only want to cook this until this whole thing changes color. As soon as it changes color, take it out, put it on a plate and start eating it. You don't want to cook this too long. So typically that only takes about 2 minutes or so. After cooking it for about a minute, this is when I'm going to add my seasoning. And then give that a nice toss. Make sure that gets everywhere. You see how all the color is changing? So now it's really pretty. It's got a nice green color to it. Again, don't cook it too long. You want to eat these when they're really crispy. All right, so now all the color has changed. That's it. Shut off your fire. Put it on a plate. And we are done. Take a look at that, guys. This smells so incredible. It smells so garlicky and fresh. The natural scent of the pea shoots are intoxicating, especially when you stir fry it. You release all the fragrance. It smells so good. And with the garlic, the fried garlic smell mixed in, this smells incredible. It's so green and nice. Now let's try it. You guys hear the crunch? This right now is at the perfect doneness. It's crispy. It's so delicious. You can really taste the natural flavor of the vegetable, and it is awesome. And like I said, I think the garlic only really enhances this flavor. So good. And I'm not even like a, pure vegetable eater. There's a name for that. Again, the greatest thing about this dish is that it's so incredibly easy to make. Literally, the frying process takes 2 minutes. The prep takes like 2 minutes. So you can make this whole dish under 5 minutes. And if your kids don't like to eat vegetables, see if they like this, because this has a really awesome garlicky flavor to it. And I think kids would actually really like this. Let me eat a piece of garlic here. I love garlic. Oh my God. Oh, that garlic is so good. Guys, again, try this with a lot of garlic. It's awesome. This dish right here in a typical restaurant is gonna cost you about $12 to $13, sometimes more. And literally, a pound of pea shoots cost $2. Some garlic, so that's $1. So this dish literally cost me $3 to make. I think that also adds to the flavor of this dish. I can taste the savings. Also, the same recipe can be applied to a lot of other leafy green vegetables like cai. So if you can't find pea shoots anywhere, try it with something else. Now, as good as this is, I don't think I could just eat like a whole plate of vegetables on its own. I need something to kind of pair it up with. So I decided to make a steak. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good pairing. That's like the perfect East-West combo. You got the pure veggie, almost no seasoning, very natural flavor, and then you got the big steak. I think this might be the first time that this union has been made together. Pea shoots and ribeye steak. But you know what? It's a beautiful union. I'm sure they will be very happy together in my stomach. And to answer your question, yes, I'm gonna eat all of it. Alright guys, go try out this recipe. There's no reason you shouldn't. It's so easy to make. It's so good. Let me know how it goes in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.